Aloha. My name is Devina Sinclair. Welcome to my channel today. I'm excited to see you. All right, so we are at the end of the zodiac. We're on Pisces. If you have a significant Pisces placement in your zodiac chart, there may be messages here for you. And if you don't, and the heading caught your attention, there still may be messages. We have to figure out a way to categorize readings so that people will look for them. So I always use the zodiac signs to help people find my readings. Now this one is really, this one's interesting. I feel like I'm reading for some wise woman or wise man in the high priestess energy. Well, I am, because right now I'm looking at this, I have this Celtic cross spread, and the first indicator for the person watching the video, Pisces, is a wise person. And we've got some things that's on your mind. All right, so before we get started, I would like to set the intention for healing to occur for you, your friends, your loved ones, your family, and the world at large. I have the sacral chakra tuning fork. And I'm going to send this intention out to you and to the world, and you're welcome to set your own. Please receive the energies, and let's get started here. I like that vibration. It feels good. Okay. Now remember, these are always general, and I'm trying to get my system down. I've been doing this. It hasn't even been a year yet, and I took some time off from my channel, and when I did that, it just went down to almost 0 viewers. And so I'm trying to rebuild my channel. So thank you so much for joining. I hope I have some messages from the cards that have some wisdom to share for you. Now, Pisces, I have you coming in with this, it's funny because what Spirit does for me in readings is it gives me more of the same. That way I can't skip on a message, because I pulled 2 cards to signify you coming in, and I got the High Priestess and I got little Alan. Wisdom is light as a feather. This is why I know I am reading for a Pisces collective that is probably in their priestess, shamanism. Let's see, I was going to say shamanist, but that's not how you say it. Or, you know, in some level of maybe your teacher, or you're somebody that others look up to, because we have this coming in. Okay, so Secret Syrup, the High Priestess. And let's see, I have notes now so that I don't get off topic. And what I wrote down for you, what did I write down? Oh, okay. So this is what you, as a High Priestess, you're one of these people, perhaps you speak in riddles, not necessarily, but that's the High Priestess archetype. They are looking at you straight on. There's no side view, it's straight on. And what I got from the owl totem mixed with this was, perhaps that is your medicine, owl medicine, which is one of the biggest, I mean the greatest, let's see, how do I want to say that? Greatest, best, no, it's owl medicine. Whew. Owl medicine sees everything. And when they can't see things, well, they can, but they just have to quiet their mind, which we're going to get into later, because I see someone's in their head a lot. But, okay, so this is the person, this person here in this card is the one that can hear what people are saying when they speak, what they're truly saying. Like when the soul is speaking to you, not just what the words are, but what is being said. because sometimes people get their words mixed up. I would know. I used to say the opposite of, not even intentionally, it was just some weird thing where someone asked, well, where's this? And then I would say it's over here, but what I meant to say was it's on the right, not the left, but I would accidentally say the wrong thing. So I'm sharing that with you because sometimes people are saying things and it's not really what they mean to be saying. And so you're one of these people, as a wise high priestess with the secret syrup. I want to read what's on this card because it's cute. It says, the mysteries of the universe are sweeter than you know. All right. So you probably know quite more than you share with everyone in the world, because they wouldn't understand, obviously, if you're a high priestess archetype. Okay, so what I needed to point out, so I wrote this down: when you are open, you will receive the wisdom as light as a feather. There's no harshness needed in this at all. And perhaps you've been too harsh on yourself. Because I actually pulled in some energies coming in, and I've got this Pisces, which is so funny. You know, when we do readings, I'm beginning to see patterns. Like when I do a reading for a Leo, I get the Strength card or Lion, or, you know, just different, like Libra, you get Justice. So Fish and Bee came out as an overall energy of what's going on in your field today. So I feel like you're somebody working really hard. This is the artist, this bee, and this beautiful energy, along with the fish. Now there was one that was the fish needs to take time out from work instead of pushing themselves, because they can make themselves exhausted going against the current. So this particular fish card, which I will say is you, represents the Pisces energy, needs to just slow down and connect to the quiet stillness of the moon. You see the moon? That's very important, Pisces, in the water elements. Yeah, because I see you coming in with this busy artistic bee energy. Now let's see. Okay, so that is, your difficulty right now. Going to number 2 in the Celtic cross spread is obstacle challenge. 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands. Now, apparently in the 50s, this deck is all about the Housewives Tarot. I love this deck. I just love the pictures, bygone days. Apparently, what other people thought was a big deal in the 50s and 60s, before we understood that, you know, we don't give our power away like that. So this card shows the neighbors gawking over, you know, 6 of Wands is victory, it's achievement, it's recognition for the work that you do. And this is coming out in your obstacle, challenge, or difficulty. So let me see, did I write something down on this or not? Yes, I did. Okay, so what I saw this as a challenge is how this would represent that is it's kind of like you've made some amazing accomplishments in your life, things you need to be proud of. You know, the visionary is the high priestess as well. Okay, so perhaps you're a visionary. And I wrote down, looking at your achievements, where do you want to go from here? What is the expansion? Because I feel like this is all about expanding from what you've already accomplished. What does it look like? So this is where you're going to need your owl, your vision, like the owl who can see in the dark or through the darkness, to come up with a pictured image, right? Okay, so let's keep going. Influence. This is the conscious influence going on, is perhaps there's a tower change in your life. Something's ended and it came in suddenly and unexpectedly. That's the tower. And it's not always easy to pick up when we get our life shaken up with this tower, okay? I'm going to tell you that right now. We can get into despair. It doesn't matter if we're freaking a wizard and can make things happen in the ethers. if you have some crazy, unexpected stuff all of a sudden just hit you, it can knock you off guard and you forget your power. You forget how, to solve these simple problems, right? So this tower has come in, it's showing in your conscious. So you are quite aware. It's not an unconscious thing you're carrying around. You know that this is where you are right now and there's something that has to be adjusted in your life. Number 4, did I do this right? Let's see, I might have got my positions messed up on this one. Influence, conscious. All right. Actually, I got the position wrong. I'm trying to learn the Celtic cross spread, so please bear with me, guys. But I'm sure it applies to someone, so take it how it is. So unconscious, this is unconscious, but I don't know how you can get a tower and be unconscious, okay, guys? So we're gonna read that as a conscious. Now, this is actually the influence, conscious, okay? That was supposed to be your subconscious, it was the tower. Now, Page of Pentacles is working. He's the guy who goes and mows the lawn. He's helping his mother with the dishes, the little boy. He's just so cute and eager to get stuff done because he wants to get paid so he can go, play games or, whatever it is. This page is a young energy, which is good. It doesn't have to be like an age thing, right? But they're willing to put the work in. Pentacles, tangible work. So this is coming in as your conscious. This is what you're aware of. This is how you operate. You collect baseball cards, perhaps, like this little boy. Or something, something that you have to work for and you're motivated is your conscious. So that's what I saw with the bee. Somebody's busy working. All right, so let's go to number 5, judgment. This is your past. This might have something to do with, the tower coming in. This is a day of reckoning. It's kind of like all these souls in this boat having to answer and atone for everything they've ever done in their life. Like, I don't know if we're measured, but I think when we do a life review, we go back and like, how could I have handled that differently? Let's see, I want to look at this for a second. Wake up call. I see on this the trumpet. The trumpet is really standing out. Okay, so there was a wake up call of some kind. And it's like you feel like you have to answer the call. There was something that came into your life that's changed, and it's time to make amends and make peace with whatever that is in the past. Move on. Let it propel you forward. Obviously, you're probably not having issues with looking at your past and longing for something that's gone, Some people do get stuck in that energy, but I don't feel that that's what's going on. I just see that there's this something in the past requires attention in the present. And so moving into your future influence is the Knight of Pentacles. Now, the interesting thing with this card, when I look at this person, he is not moving. He is sitting still on his chariot with the wheels, thinking and looking. And I feel like this Knight of Pentacles it's not an air card, it's tangible stuff. But I feel like he's looking too much into it. His mind might be just sitting there, keeping them from acting. Because it's like you have this dilemma, and what do you want to do with it? And you can't find the solution because you haven't quieted or calmed the mind part yet. Let me see what I wrote down on this one. Okay, so this is the individual that is persistent, methodical. They even do rituals. They're ritualistic. Of course, you're a priestess. Of course you do that. But anyways, this is what I wrote down for this person. So, but what can happen sometimes is life can become mundane. Now, if of course, sometimes we can become inconsistent, you know, which is the opposite, but this isn't in reverse, but just to look at it from all aspects of how this card could be influencing us in the near future, because this is the position of that one. Now, moving on to number 7, which would be your attitude and your personal, there's this artist. I see this amazing, beautiful, beautiful, creative energy. You know, look at that. They're painting, or actually I always say painting, but because I see a canvas and I think of painting, but this person is drawing first before they paint it. And interpreting what they see here on the table, and it's absolutely nothing like what you see. It's just so creative and, you know, genius, like turning it around. So your attitude about what it is you're trying to accomplish is beautiful. It's this is 7 of Cups. Typically it's choices. But when you connect to your inner self, you know, the decisions become easy. It's like, okay, do I do this? Do I do that? What's here? What, you know, and then you have to trust. So I feel like I feel like you're an artist as well. And then people, how they look at what you're doing is the environment, other people's reactions. There's this feminine empress, abundance. They see you. Other people see what you're doing and your accomplishments in your life, and they, you know, and then this could be where you work with women. You know, I thought of that too. I was like, oh my gosh, this is like the tribe of the women warriors or whatever, you know, awakening. Anyway, so this is the influence of people around you. They see you as this empress, this beautiful, abundant energy. That's what they see you. Now, let's keep going. Your hopes and fears is beautiful. It all goes together, right? It's about creation and expansion. We have the 3 of Pentacles. This is, okay, so I did write down, I don't write things down for every card because not every placement needs to be looked at. All right, here we are, expansion. Oh, wrong one. I pulled on the wrong one. Where did I put it? Oh, here we go. All right, so hopes and fears. This is 3 artisans at work in their studio. They are a team, and their unique contribution and comes out with, you know, their personalities come through in their creations. It's all about collaboration, skills put together, something bigger. There's this desire. I feel like you're hoping, you want to build something with another, you know, maybe even a group of people. And you're hoping that you can work together. I feel like you're kind of concerned maybe that you're not able to work with them. There's been maybe some triggers or signs or things like you want to, but you're not sure if the timing is correct. Maybe even for yourself, like maybe you're just not in this place right now where you feel like you can work with other people, because, you know, it has to be the right team. You have to be able to communicate vibrationally, be aligned, or it won't work. So that's important to look at. So I feel like with your owl wisdom, you're going to see and hear what you need to with that when the time is right. But hopes and fears is all about arts, artistic people, creative people coming together for a cause, a common purpose, whatever that is in your work that inspires and brings you joy and personal fulfillment. That's what you're looking at. Collab. Because we know that we can only do so much. You have to have more than one person, many skills put into this cauldron to come out with an amazing masterpiece in many instances. Unless, of course, you're just a painter and you paint, but then you can be a painter and you can do all kinds of things. Like, I know the artists are artists in everything, even when they're putting something together at work. Maybe they do it in a unique, cool way to make it visually stimulating, you know? So let's not limit ourselves when I say artisans, craftsmen, skills coming together. It really makes a difference. You can do so much alone, but when you work with a team, you can just make something freaking amazing, okay? Now, in your possible outcome, remember, outcomes are only like glimpses. They're not like forever and ever, happily ever after, right? So in the near future, this is the energy. I was like, oh, I don't like this card for an outcome, so I pulled another one. So I got a message for you. All right, this is, shoot, what, 10, oh, that's 9, okay. All right, so Nine of Wands. Now this Nine of Wands isn't exactly the same as in some other decks where it shows a wounded warrior or any of that. This Nine of Wands is somebody who has their head down and they can't see. So did I get a message on this? Hold on, I did get a message. Okay, so if you're a visionary, not being able to see sucks, okay? There's a block perhaps. Being too much in the head about things. Now, you got it with another card, because I had to pull another card, because I mean, you just can't just have this one for an outcome, right? So I got Four of Swords, and I got it in reverse, which has a different meaning. Four of Swords typically stands for somebody who's retreating, taking a step back, and just because they have to, they need to step back perhaps and give more to themselves because they're spent. So let's see, Four of Swords reverse. Someone is pushing through until they are exhausted and they're looking for an answer and they're not going to get it until they slow down. Four of Swords is all about resting and just taking a step back. So once you're able to calm your mind, you're going to be able to see the out of the situation. He doesn't see, the wands are blocking the stairwell to the outside, which is just right there. It's just like a few steps. So Four of Swords, get some rest. Just still a mind. I think it's just too much going on in the mind. But I feel like this reading for you is all about expansion. And you know, with divine timing, you would know that when it feels like it's time to work on something or collaborate, just do it. All right, so then we pulled this card. This was like a message from Spirit, is perseverance. Stay the course. Do not let yourself lose focus on this thing that you see, visionary, what you want to do versus what's going on now, perhaps. It looks like, if we were to do a recap really quickly, it looks like you have success, a level of success in your life as this High Priestess with secret syrup sauce and the owl, wisdom of the owl, being able to see. All right, so what else? Is there any more messages that we want to give to the person watching this video? Okay, so I'm going to pull a message. It's 2212 there for a second. I'm going to pull a message from my Cosmic Dancer Oracle cards. And we're going to get one last message for the Pisces. This one's been coming out. So I've noticed a pattern with my readings is that for the collective, there's one message that wants to come out in almost all the readings. And this isn't master the dance like in some of the readings, but this one is similar. It comes out just as often, stretch and expand. So this is where I know that Spirit wants me to make sure, where's the book? Make sure you have this as your last message. It's gonna go with the reading, I just know. Where is the book on this one? Hold on, I have a desk and I have cards and books. Let's see. Oh, it was in front of me, I couldn't see it. Okay, this is number 17. I always say that and I never really tell you the numbers. 17, 7 plus 1 is 8. What is 8? The infinity symbol, off balance just a tad. I don't know. Let's look at this. Okay. You can see my ring light when I have to have light on me. It's so dark in this house. Okay, so stretch and expand. Okay, so it's all about being uncomfortable. It says, you might say that our comfort zone defines and holds in place that which limits. That which limits our upward growth and forward movement. It says, on the other hand, expanding our comfort zone allows us to bust through blocks of all varieties and experience the success, spontaneity, and fulfillment we desire. Okay, so this card is, it has so many messages and I just can't read the entire thing. I just usually pick out a few. It's saying that you're going to benefit by expanding your perspective and seeing other points of view. Relax overly rigid opinions and consider the situation from every angle. Allow your sense of reality to be more fluid. Get comfortable with paradoxes and release either or type thinking. Either or type thinking. Be open to more than one thing, being true at once. All right, that's interesting. Being open to more than one idea. All right. Okay, so this is an important message too. An important aspect of the spiritual path involves recognizing the inner resistance that keeps you small and stops you from experiencing your heart's desires. It says, for example, while even the most experienced performer still feels a degree of stage fright, they also know that to deny their calling will only serve to crush their joy. All right. No crushing of joy and limiting your artistic flow and creation. All right, my dear, that was the overall message, was to get out of your head so much, take some time out with this fish, connect, quiet down, slow down a little. You've been a busy bee. It's time to reconnect to the still, quiet voice that has messages from the ethers and this High Priestess Owl energy. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, let me know if it resonated with you by pressing the like button. I appreciate it so much. And also, you can subscribe to the channel and support me that way. And anytime that I upload videos, if you press the bell, it will give you, I will show up in your news feed. I believe that's how that works. So until we see each other again, have a blessed day. All right, adios.